I didn't really know what to expect when I was getting into Sandland. I knew nothing about the manga, had never seen any films or anime, and had only recently learned of its existence at all. A demon boy, a big desert, and some tanks. Yeah, okay, I can get on board with that and see what it's all about. The game immediately felt charming and welcoming, and with my love for Dragon Quest and my knowing of Dragon Ball, the famous Akira Toriyama art style immediately drew me in. Even a desolate wasteland like this felt like a world I was excited to explore and be a part of, despite all of the drought and warfare. Even then, you'd expect something about a struggling post-apocalypse to be bleak and a little darker in tone, but Sandland remains light-hearted for the most part, and keeps the sense of humor and childlike wonder at the forefront. At least, the wonder of a demon child, as it expands into something much bigger than you would first expect. However, despite the bizarre concept and the silly humor it wears on its sleeve, I knew I was in the right place with the introduction of stealth missions. More specifically, what the first stealth mission has you do. Sure, throughout the game, you'll be sneaking your way through military bases and taking out guards, stealing weaponry and equipment, and avoiding the spotlights at all costs. These feel a little bit like a cartoony Metal Gear Solid, and sometimes you'll forget the lightheartedness of the game you're playing as you get caught up in some military intrigue. But what better way to introduce the mechanics of stealth than with...
Oh, this is murder on my hairstyle.
Santa Claus. Yeah, your good old demon pal Thief is tasked with sneaking into a village to steal food and water, but his trusty human outfit is none other than jolly Saint Nick, ready to Saint Nick provisions right out from under some villagers' noses. This isn't even that big of a contrast compared to the tone of the game, but it remains unexpected and absolutely charming, and I loved every second of it. Forget the snowy nights as Santa eats food left out for him and leaves gifts. Instead, this Santa is slinking around like a goblin in a harsh desert apocalypse landscape as he takes the food not intended for him and leaves no gifts. If nothing else, he instead eavesdrops on the local folk to glean some political goings-on in the region while marking a motorbike he intends to steal for a quick getaway. That's the classic Christmas spirit.
It is a motorcycle.
As soon as you're done with this mission, it's right back to the action. And by action, I mean breaking into a military base, as I mentioned earlier, as you and your friends knock out some guards, steal a tank, and blast your way out of the premises in some good old-fashioned federal crime. I still don't quite know what Sandland is, but now I do know that I love it.
Let's go!